Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I still feel like absolute crap, but the videos must flow unless I'm bedridden, which, to be fair, is not far off, but I need to do something to keep me sane. Anyway, a couple of Japanese ships have shown up to contest our invasion of Okinawa, which, you know, cool. Good for you guys. Well done. We're gonna blow you up. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, it's a storm. Fun. Oh, I've been playing too much CPAP. I wish there was a convention in 3D games that people would stick to with what the rotate the camera button is. Because Ultimate Admiral, it's right click and hold. Sea Power, I'm pretty sure, is left click and hold, which is why you see me doing this all the time. And Manlords, which I play a fair amount of as well, is middle mouse, which does this in Dreadnoughts. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. The Luoko here, lead ship of this squadron. I need to check on how the Vickers is getting on, actually, because I would like to start building some other ships. Sure, we can pump out the odd destroyer here and there, but and we do have a new destroyer hull to build on, and we are going to need some more destroyers, but it doesn't feel urgent because there's so little in the way of enemy forces on the planet for us to deal with. Like, this armoured cruiser is presumably something that Japan's been keeping since the start of the game. Oh no, Mark III. Well, maybe it is, but they've upgraded it. Or maybe it's new. I don't know, but whatever it is, that's hopelessly outmatched. First shell bounces off the armour. Overpen. Nope. It's holding up pretty well. Oh, well, not anymore. Loco's like, nope. I know how to do this. And a solid hit. Whoa, what the fuck happened there? A torpedo. Oh, okay. I was getting comments. Hey. Wow, I was not expecting 9-kilometer torps. That's a little unfortunate for the poor old rocket there. Yeah, torps are dangerous. So, again, for you, good commenter, that was a 22-inch Mark III torpedo against a ship with anti-torp 2. And it took off a third of its health. Okay, I mean, it caused an ammo debt as well. So a lot of the ammunition will be taken out. And presumably significant flooding, but the flooding hasn't shown up yet. And this is a reasonably heavily built ship. I know it's a battle cruiser, but it's still reasonably heavy built. That was unpleasant. But yeah, basically, in the Dreadnought Improvement Project, a torpedo of any sort that's a reasonable size, by reasonable I mean like, at this point, 21 inches and up, is a legitimate threat. Like, I'm having to pull rocket off the line. Yeah, it hasn't sunk the ship, but it has caused a lot of damage. put her down. Oh, nice little surprise from the Japanese there. I have to say, that's the most damage anyone's done to any of the battle cruisers so far, I think. Apart from the time that Nigella had those flash fires. Yeah, fair dues. Welcome back. The rocket's gone back for repairs somewhere. Not sure where. Anyway, the Japanese have a battleship. This has been in a refit yard pretty recently. Last year, I guess. I think it is an older ship that's been refitted twice, but it looks like a slow dreadnought in design, which is fair enough. Seems reasonable. Be very interested to see what the AI has been up to. Be almost ashamed to sink it. Almost. Very good. Very good indeed. Right. Yeah, it's that way. Cool. Let's go. However, the Vickers is finished and has finished commissioning. I need to get her over here, but she'll be a while arriving, which is great. That means we can do some designing this episode, because it feels like it's been a while since we've been able to do any design work. Right, 14.3 inch guns, 8 of them. Love that. Mark II, same as us. Very good. It is slow. 6 inch casemates. Love that. Some extra 6 inch guns and some pointless 4 inch guns. Okay, armor wise, fine. To be honest, that's great. It's better armored than us. Reasonable tech. Trained crew. Japan. Your AI has built something actually good. Huzzah! Now, this is great because I've been trying very, very hard to make the game more challenging in an interesting way. And what I mean by that is, I think what a lot of people want when they're playing the game is when they come up against an enemy, you want peer competitors. Now, obviously, I'm going to almost certainly win this because I've got 4 against 1. But one of the big problems is, especially in the vanilla game, if you have, like, you could probably do this the other way around. Do you know what I mean? Like, because these battle cruisers, if they were AI designed, would be absolute trash. So I've been trying to help the AI designer as much as possible. Yeah, thank you to Nathan from Tweaks and who's done the Tweaks and Fixes mod, because the minimum armor levels that you can now assign, and in fact, it's relatively complicated armor generation logic that you can put in. And I have been tuning it for the Dreadnought Improvement Project, means that the AI can't do stupid stuff. The changes to gun generation that we now have access to, again, you're seeing a fairly sensible choice of gun. This has been kept up to date. It's been refitted. I don't see any obvious problems with it. It's using high cap HE. Love to see that. High-end AP shells. It doesn't have that many of them. Tube powder dunite. Interesting choice, but perfectly usable. AI, you did a good job. Well done. And yeah, I've been trying on the strategic layer to help out the AI as well by making sure it has money and stuff like that. Oh, we took out a turret and the main tower. Very good. And their turrets are armoured, 16 inch with 3 inch on the top. And this is Crook 1, so it's decent. But yeah, with their B turret out of action, Tide's turning in our favour. I mean, they're massively outgunned. But this versus one of my battle cruisers would have been an interesting fight. Yeah, so I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to make the game hard in a fun way. Because, sure, you can play it on Legendary and the AI will have millions of ships. But on Vanilla, that just ended up meaning that they had millions of crap ships. You do it on Dreadnought Improvement Project, then they'll probably have millions of good ships. Or at least that's the goal. I just need to get the diplomacy sorted out. And the economy, which is very difficult because the developers keep making massive changes to it. Yeah, it's tricky. That's why I'm playing on a version locked one, because this 1.6.1.0 and 3A14 is doable. I'm waiting on some... Oh, there we go. Some nice chunky hits. I'm waiting on some things getting finished before I try and roll out another update. Which, at this stage, may well be a public beta, but we'll have to wait and see. I need to do some work once it's been alpha tested enough that I know it works, which only takes about a day. But it needs to be a day where there isn't also a game update. What I would really love the developers to do is to put all of these, like, daily updates? Could we call them daily updates? On the beta branch, which they have used before. When they've got a big version coming up. But, nope, they just like pushing it live. Send it. Oh. They're not thinking about me. I know they're not. Right, poor old Choyo. All those 14-inch shells that she's been taking. Yeah, she's well armoured, but we've closed to, what, 10 kilometres now? And at 10 kilometres, 14 inches of pen. Not enough to go through her main belt, I don't think, but she's just taken too much cumulative damage because there's just too many shells coming in against it. So, I mean, a 1v4, especially against ships that have veteran crews in the main. Not all of them actually, but 2 of my ships have veteran crews. You're outgunned. I mean, what are you going to do? But still, that is a solid design. Love it. Welcome back. Let's do some designing. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 heavy cruiser hulls, which I was not aware of. So I'm going to start building on them before they disappear. The heavy cruiser 1 and 2 are clearly successors to each other. And then the experimental is a bit more like our light cruisers. So I think we go for the heavy cruiser 1 initially. And we make a pretty standard, I'd say, treaty compliant. Not that we have to make it treaty compliant. I'm just saying, like, treaty-ish cruiser, which I reckon 11. Oops. We could go for 11,000 tons. So compared to where is it? Yeah, the Caboclo, which is 10,000 tons. I maybe want to target 12,000. So this would be a relatively large ship. Remember, this is full load displacement before anyone starts saying in the comments, cruisers were limited to 10,000 tons. I know, 10,000 tons standard displacement, which doesn't include fuel, which is pretty darn heavy. or a bunch of other things. You can basically cheat. But yeah, this is full load displacement. I think we just go with a cheap... Oh, for fuck's sake. I was going to say we go with a cheap tower. But none of the towers fit. Let me make a note of that. Because we can add stuff. Rocket, please help. Brazilian Heavy Cruiser 1 has no towers that fit on minimum beam. He'll know what that means. Thank you, Rocket. Okay, I guess we're going standard beam, standard draft. I still want to stick to the 12,000 tons if I can. I'm just going to make it a slightly more compact ship. But we should be able to actually fit a tower on. This does not have a funnel slot, does it? Nope. Secondary towers... We can go with a big one, but no. We can go with this one, but we still need a funnel. So I'm actually going to go with the... no, I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go with this one. Do you have a funnel slot, actually? Oh, you do. Right, I want to do 31 knots. Standard range, standard bulkheads. Oil. Oh, we've got geared turbines at 53. Sorry, with an induced, it'd be 52%. Or turboelectric, also 52%. So, geared turbines are slightly lighter. We'll go with the geared turbines. Funnel. We actually need a pretty high-end funnel, by the looks of it. Still doesn't have all the efficiency. Although it now looks really weird. I think this is a two-funnel situation. And then I'm running out of space. No, we need the ship. We need... Oh, it doesn't have the space in the right place. You bastards. Right. Oh, no. We can still do this. We'll go like this. Where's a 50% tower funnel? I mean, yeah, about this one. Go for 2 of them. And then we'll use this tower, which is the most minimal of the towers. Although, I'm not a huge fan of it. Maybe go with this one. I think we're going to have to use triples on this. Yeah, that looks right to me. That looked good. Okay. It's a treaty cruiser. We probably want to be using 8-inch guns, right? Oh, yeah, especially because they're Mark 3s and all of the bigger ones are Mark 2s. So, yep, absolutely. I would prefer to use twins, to be honest. But I think on this hull, or the way this is turning out, triples are the way to go. This is going to need a refit, not as a matter of urgency. It's not like these guns are bad, but we are missing out on quite a lot of accuracy using the triples. We don't quite have them at the level that we would like, but you know, we've got to experiment. We've got to build a ship. We've got to test it. We've got to try it out. Wow, total mismatch. Rocket is working on this kind of issue. Yeah, let's use 3-inch. Screw it. Let's just use triples. A couple of... Wow, there aren't many spots to put these. Just surprising. Okay, I'll maybe try and shoehorn some of these in later. Torps, what do we got? Underwaters? Perfect. I know it seems a bit weird, but at the moment, torpedo launchers take up too much... too much deck space a lot of the time. Although, this one doesn't. Perfect. No, get rid of those underwaters. There we go. So a single quad launcher each side, which is fine. Again, Rocket is working on these to make them a bit smaller and a bit more realistic in terms of their weights, which I do appreciate. 24-inch torps as well. Nasty surprise for anyone who gets too close. It's the lack of the 3-inch guns that is bothering me. I would like more. Poor weight offset. Yeah, torpedo launchers. Can we maybe fit something in here? Thinking something like the dual barbette for small guns. So it means a lot of the ship is going to be protected by its citadel. Yeah, there's not a lot of 3-inch firepower forward. Can we fit? Yeah, we can. Fit a pair in, like tucked in like that. They shouldn't interfere with A turret too much. They don't have the best fire arc. Mostly forward firing, but yeah, that'll help. Because the other option would be taking these off and putting like 3-inch guns in here, but... And then we could maybe fit another pair... Yeah, we could maybe fit a pair next to the torpedo launcher. Doesn't impact the torpedo launch angle too much. Can we fit another pair here? Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for a pair here. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let's go for a pair here and a pair here. Great. Okay. That's much better. That's lots of 3-inch firepower on the sides. Can we make them 40s? Yes, we can. Lovely stuff. We'll keep them as 8-inch 40s. Yeah. Okay. Solid. Solid firepower. Happy with that. Now I'm going to panic when I put all the stuff on it, and I do not have the weight for this ship. I can feel it. I can feel that I don't have the weight. I might not be able to afford the anti-torp belt. That is pretty heavy, representing 4% of our weight. We don't have oxygens or anything like that. Nope. Coincidence. Radio. No, got 9% for armor. Okay. At 130% quality. We want to make sure that if a light cruiser rocks up with a 6-inch gun, or a battleship with a 6-inch secondary gun, they can't really do much against us. So that's 4 inches main belt, which we've got. They can do about 0.6 HE and not really very much else. Okay, so we're fine there. Now let's look at our own 8-inch guns. We definitely want 1.5 extended to keep out the high explosive and on the superstructure. Probably again on the deck, something like this. That's a little bit extra deck protection than we strictly need, but probably worthwhile. Probably want about 8 on the conning tower. And the main belt, ideally 8 as well, but ooh, we can. That's max armor on this ship. Although I would, to be honest, I would settle for 6. 6 is fine. Because we shouldn't be engaging closer than 5,000 meters. But 8 will afford us extra protection, potentially. The turrets definitely need at least 8. Yeah, see, this is where it gets tricky. 7. Let us go down to that 6-inch main belt. Yes. Okay. This is better. This is better. Right. So we've got a 6-inch main belt, which for a heavy cruiser with 8-inch guns is fine. It's nothing crazy, but it'll do. The only problem is we're overweight. And of course it is fuel. Now fuel is actually quite important on this type of ship, but I don't mind knocking it down 1 tick. Oh, come on. I thought we'd get the many bulkheads. Maybe if I make them 30 knots? Yeah. Yeah, let's go 30 knots. Saves a fair chunk of change as well. 30 knots could go maximum? No. No, we'll go for this. With better engines, we might be able to get more out of this ship. But the Gravity, cool. I think that's a very solid ship. How does it compare to a real treaty cruiser? I know the one I want to look up. The Algerie. Drakenifel fans will know that the French Navy produced the best and the worst treaty cruisers. So this thing, the Algerie, was 13,600 tons full load. So we're a little bit lighter than an Algerie. We're a little bit slower at 30 knots. We have superior range. Or do we? Yeah, just about. Just about superior. They had 15,000 kilometers. We're at 18. They had longer guns, 50s. We only have 40s. And they had 8. We have 9. So pretty similar. They had 12, pretty much 4-inch guns, 3.9s. We have 10. Well, no, sorry, we have 33-inch. So very different secondary armaments, but probably similar. They had 6 twin 3.9s, and we have 10 triple 3s. Armor. We have more. They had a 4.3-inch belt, and we're rocking 6. They had a 3-inch main deck, which we don't have, but they were worried about bombs, which we're not. Turrets are way more armoured. Yeah, so compared to an Algerie, arguably the best treaty cruiser, we're rocking not quite as good guns, but better protection, slightly slower. So I think this thing is going to do great things, and I can definitely see its potential with upgrades. So I'm going to see how many of these I can afford to get under construction. Answer to that question is 3. If I try and build a 4th, we'll go over our shipyard capacity, but only until Rocket is finished repairing, which is a month away, and then I can add 1 potentially, but I'd like to save it because we also have to bear in mind money, and there's plenty more heavy cruisers to design. So, and I think a class of 3 is a pretty reasonable size. Okay, I know Brazil's gone absolutely mental, but I still think it's a pretty reasonable size. Okinawa has fallen, by the way. We are now taking Kyushu. The Dutch are trying to take North Honshu, but it's kind of stalled out. 35 army logi versus 12. Yeah. Oh, Netherlands, don't do it. Don't expand so far that you fail. No. So we'll take Kyushu. We'll take Shikoku, North Hokkaido because we can. Might take North Honshu anyway, just so that we can eliminate another player. I might just do that. Sure, why not? Welcome back. A cheeky destroyer has arrived to potentially cause some issues. Although that it seems doubtful. But the reason I am here is because we have the Vickers in action. Yes, she's ready. She's deployed. She gets to fire her guns in anger. Yes. All 14 of them. Yes. Let's go. There it is. Oh, and disappeared. Look at that forest of guns. Magnificent. Why are you not firing? Oh, because you're still reloading, that's why. Fair. Ridiculous. All will mess. We can have a look at this Japanese destroyer design while we're here. Oh, that's... I like that. 2 triple launchers on the back. A couple of 3.6-inch guns, very handy against other destroyers. And a 5-inch gun on the front. Yeah, that's good. It's fast. It's got shorter range torps. If it had those 9-kilometer torps, that would be superior, but sadly not. We've scored no hits despite all of our efforts. They score a hit. Amazing. Like a little hero destroyer, this thing. Come on, give me times 10. Thank you. Right. Are really trying their best. 22 million. Expensive. Okay, it's not that expensive, but it's not nothing. Still furiously trying to get a hit. There you go. Luco. With what will end up being the fatal blow, because now they're going to start slowing down. And now we're just going to start hitting them. Oh my god. That was the Vickers. It's like, pff, no one else is taking credit. And then Luco's like, yeah, I am. Dearie me. Right, with that, I'm actually going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.